Hey y'all, it's Anime K-Man, and today I'm going to be reading episode 4 of Utau, and I gotta say, this anime just keeps on getting better progressively. And I gotta say, I love how this episode finally gave us more of a grasp of the relationship between Ayumi and Takia and the father. Because I found it really interesting how this episode started out with Takia pretty much trying to convince his dad to spend more time with Ayumi, but then his father's like, Ayumi understands. And that right there did a good job of making me feel sad for Ayumi, at least even more so, because it's like, damn. And what I also like is that scene also helps categorize why Takia doesn't seem to be as sad as he should be in regards to his father's death, because, well, this episode showed off that his father wasn't really there for Ayumi or Takia's emotional needs. While he was there physically, he wasn't really there, as we could say, mentally. And you know what? I really like that kind of stuff when animes do that, because, for one, since they now introduce this information early, we won't be stuck spending like 12 episodes or 60 episodes wondering, man, why doesn't Takia care so much? Doesn't seem to care too much about his father. Well, this episode gave us the answers, so that's why I thought from a writing perspective, this episode did such a phenomenal job. And then, aside from that, in this episode, I also like how this episode finally showed off that Tatayomi isn't the seemingly nice guy that he was cracked out to be in a few episodes ago, because in episode 3 he seemed nice until he took those papers, and then when this episode showed off that it didn't show off explicitly, but from what he saw last week, he's pretty much the one that's pretty much put Ayumi in some deep shit. Because I like how it sets up a situation where Takia is talking to Kaori, the green-haired reporter, and then she gave her information that Ayumi is accused of stealing something from the geotech company, but they don't know who it is yet. And then I remember last week Tatayomi took the shit, and then Takia puts 2 and 2 together, and then he realizes it was him. At least, the thing is, though, he doesn't have evidence yet. So he goes there, he finds he's pretty much about to have sex with Ayumi, and what I love about this scene is it feels powerful, it feels impactful because of the setup from last week, and then with the setup from this week, because now we know that Takia cares a lot about Ayumi to the extent that he wants to protect her, especially at the start in the flashback when he's like, if his dad can't do it, then he's gonna protect Ayumi, and that only gave it much more power when you see him wanting to punch him. The only thing is, Ayumi stopped, and I was like, fuck! I just wanted to see fucking Takia just hurt Tatayomi. Shit, if I was him, I would have used the time travel device just to fucking beat his face into a pole. And then I travel back in time and just stop. That's what I would do, but hey, just the emotion, it felt really powerful. And then I like how after that scene, in the next scene, the episode framed information in just the right way to make you feel impact, since the episode didn't specifically show that Ayumi and Tatayomi had sex. What I did like is it just had a quick camera shot of it showing a trash can with some condoms. And then with that scene, you can pretty much just scrap enough that, yeah, they actually did it. And I was like, yo. And then when it ends up in the scene where you see, well, you don't see Ayumi slit her wrist because she already slit it herself. But when it ends off like that, I was just yelling at the screen, and it was so hype. And that's why I felt this episode was great from a story perspective, because I finally felt intense emotions for an episode in this series, and I fucking loved it. So that's why I thought it did well from a story standpoint, because everything had build up, and it had payoff, and it ended in an epic cliffhanger, making me eagerly anticipate episode 5. So that's why I thought it did well from a story standpoint. From a character standpoint, it also did extremely well, because now it gives you even more reasons as to why Takia cares immensely about Ayumi too. And it shows you why he doesn't feel too much love for his father either. So that's why I also did I thought I did well from a characterization standpoint. And you see at the very least his friend try to put some moves on Mio. Even though they didn't seem too successful, at the very least he's trying. And you also get some emotional conflicts introduced too, because Mio's about to move to America against her free will also, because her dad wants her to move there. So that also brings up the mystery as to how deep is Mio's father into this shit too. So that's what I like about this episode. Aside from it having payoff, you have build up for future episodes. And that's why I thought this episode was 9 out of 10 worthy. I'm honestly pumped up to see more. So anyways, guys and gals, these are my thoughts on episode 4. Comment down your thoughts in the comments section below. Rate the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later if you subscribe for more. Alright. Thank you all so much for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.